Alright, what's going on, YouTube world? I just had a couple things on my mind, so I thought I'd speak about it. I've been seeing a lot of dudes on YouTube, and it's making me happy though. This isn't a rant. Like I'm just giving props where props are due right now. I've been seeing a lot of cats on YouTube doing the First Amendment audits, Second Amendment audits. Hey man, I applaud that because you know what? There's strength in that. There's strength in understanding that that police, public servants, your local politicians, they work for you. Understand that. They only have power because you gave that shit away. But don't forget that they work for you. They are public servants. Now they've kind of gotten out of line. And so I applaud those audits, because if you fuck up, you better believe you're going to jail. Even if you don't fuck up, you're going to jail. So hey, it's time to hold everyone accountable and everyone at the same standard, because there are not two sets of laws that govern this country, right? Or that govern the people. There's only one set of laws, and everybody's got to abide by those laws, right? So just understand your rights, man. Because there's power in that. You know what I mean? Look, we're not like a lot of other countries, man. Like, we got rights, and I'm grateful for that. You know what I mean? But if you don't exercise your rights, then fuck it. We're living in a tyrannical society at that point. Look, I was talking to a dude that lives down the street from me the other day, and he said he was walking home. It was late. His bike got a flat tire or some shit. So he was walking with his bike, and a cop pulls over and asks him what's his name, runs his name, see if he has any warrants. He didn't have any warrants. He said the cop looked sick to his stomach because he couldn't arrest him. He said, man, what are you doing out this time of night? He said, man, I'm walking home. What the fuck you doing out this time of night? The cop says, you shouldn't be out this time of night. It's probably I think it was like midnight. You shouldn't be out this time of night. Only drug addicts are out, or drug users or some shit are out this time of night. So he ran his name and shit like that, told him don't be out this time of night. And he searched him and shit. Now, look, let me tell you something. Anytime that a cop tries to search you, they have got to have probable cause. That means that you are suspected of a crime, or you are in the process of committing a crime. Other than that, they can't fucking ask you for shit. So understand that. One good thing is, I was getting on my daughter a whole bunch about social media and shit, but I'll tell you one thing. One good thing about phones and everything is that everybody's got a camera in their pocket, and that goes back to these auditors, man, that I see on YouTube that I'm applauding so much. Is that, look, you got a camera in your pocket. You know what I mean? Free press. Look, if a cop comes up to you, he's got to have probable cause. As soon as a cop pulls up to me, instantaneous, my phone is out, and I'm letting them know I'm recording. You know what I mean? Because if he fucks up, if he's out of line, if he's unlawful in whatever he's talking about, hey, I've got it on camera. And a lot of times whenever you got that camera out, it makes him act a little different. And whenever you say, let me speak to your supervisor because what you're saying is dead fucking wrong, you got something to prove that. Okay, so and whenever you have that camera out, make sure it's live feeding, because don't think that they won't erase your shit. So that's one good thing about the phone game, you know what I mean, is that everybody's got a camera in their pocket. Anytime I'm getting pulled over, you know what I mean, I got my shit out. But like I was saying about the dude that lives down the street from me, I said, man, look, there ain't no reason he should have pulled you over for walking and told you what time of night you should be out and what you can't be, whatever. Nah, man, that's not the way this shit works. And so public servants have become aggressors. They're tyrants. You know what I mean? They're terrorists, really. Fucking harassing people for walking down the street. Understand this is that every failing empire goes through this same cycle, though, right? Because we've outstretched our arm against other nations, and we've been in war for so long that now, those war tactics are now being inflicted upon the citizens of this nation. And so that's just the cycle of empire right there. I mean, and it's been going on since the Babylonian Empire, the Persian Empire, you know what I mean, the Assyrian Empire, the Russian Empire. I mean, if somebody would have said in '89 Russia wouldn't be or the USSR wouldn't be a country next year, man, people have been like, man, you're smoking crack. Nah, man, that's how it goes. It happens fast because citizens, look, man, there's ordinary citizens like my mom, for example. 2-3 years ago, if I would have been like, man, look, we're headed for decline, man, like, police are fucking up, politicians aren't serving the people, they're corrupt, they're crooked, laws are fucked up. If I'd have told her that 2 years ago, she would have been like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Matter of fact, she did say that to me plenty of times. You're a conspiracy theorist, bomb, bomb, bomb. Hey, now she's like, man, what's going on? You know what I mean? Everybody's starting to see it. It doesn't matter if you're on the fringes of society or not now. Mainstream society is seeing it. Because, a society is only as fair as it treats those on the peripheral of that society. And what that means is, if a society treats the ones on the fringes, like the poor people, black people, Mexican people, whatever, the people on the fringes of society, the way they get treated is a reflection on society as a whole, because the same way that they treat them, or us, they will treat mainstream middle class America in due time. And that's what's going on right now. That's why we saw Occupy Wall Street some years back. It's because, see, look, me as a black man, like, we understand that there's two sets of rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, we understand that because we've seen that from birth. But middle class, blue collar, white America has not seen those two laws. They've seen, they only know, hey, if you work hard and you love America, hey, shit's all good. But now they're starting to see the same way that niggas have been getting treated for a long time is now how middle class white boys are getting treated. And shit, they don't like that too much. The suicide rate is going up because they can't handle the fact, they can't understand that, man, this government ain't what it's, this world ain't nothing like you thought it was. And that's okay because we have to go through this process. We have to go through this in order to come out cleansed. You know what I'm saying? Because after we see the destruction and the tyranny and the what's the word I'm looking for? Just the crookedness. Once we see these things, what comes out of that will have to be a pureness of heart, because we have seen destruction. You know what I mean? Because we're witnessing a destruction and decaying of our nation right now. And that's okay. I'm all for it, not because I want to see our nation burn up, because I want to see our nation reestablished. Because look, we never had the same rights in the first place, but after this collapse, we should. Everybody, I think, will have the same rights, because we'll all understand the destruction that comes from fraudulence, and we've been tricked, we've been duped. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, yeah, just I applaud these cats that are doing the audits, man. I think it's necessary. I think it's our duty. I think it's our obligation to do those things. But hey, just like that, make sure that you understand. Don't give your rights away. Don't give your servants dominion over you and your happiness. Keep that camera out on them and hold them accountable, just like they hold you accountable. and know your laws. Understand that, man. They can't just come, if they come pat you down and run your name and all this and that, if they do those things, they have got to have probable cause. And if they do those things and you walk away from that, they're supposed to give you a receipt of your stop. That's law. Alright? So request that, because you want to know why you got pulled over, or frisked, or whatever. So, man, I hope you guys stay up, and I'll just keep on, throwing my 2 cents in, man.